Go to online arena, that's where the main competition's at. You can see right now on Forest Hunter, I'm ranked 48. Now some of these other levels, I've just started to play them a little bit here. It takes a while. Like this is beating it. This is just, you know, without dying and getting a decent human combo to get those, to get that rank right there, to get those scores. To get higher up though, you have to get a perfect run, which is really hard. And that's what I got here. My perfect run, you notice that the top player is at 38 million. I think it tops out at 40 million. That's what I think that's what the programmers have it topped out at. In other words, there's a max score you can get because there's only so many enemies, and they can't keep respawning. You know, yeah, you have a thing. So anyway, to get that max score, you have to like get everything perfect, and you know, the top player hasn't done it yet. And yeah, so anyway, also this is like the fastest version of that level right here. I'm ranked 35 now. Super insanely fast. All right, so how do you get these better scores? Like, what do you need to do to get good scores in Nex Machina? First thing off, I'm wearing these because they're anti-glare glasses. They work really good when the bright lights are on in here. But anyway, so to get these fast scores, or no, fast scores, to get these good high scores, the first thing you want to do is make sure to play it through. I'm going to go ahead and start it right now, but make sure to play it through first. Practice just not dying. Get through the whole thing without dying. Just keep playing the whole thing over. Don't just do the beginning and start over, beginning and start over. Like, don't go like this and let's say you mess up or something and you die and then start over. Boom, at the end there. Okay. So what I just did there is you want to do each level fast, but don't focus on that yet. Just focus on beating each stage. There's 15 of them for each level here. I think there's 15 in this one. Just focus on beating each one and just doing that and not dying. So that's all. That's your first goal. Don't die. Simple as that. So once you get that down, you're able to play the whole thing through and beat the boss without dying. Then focus on before you focus on human combos, I recommend focusing on that little end thing I did. As that ring shrinks down in your person, right when it's about to hit you at the very end, I'll show you right here at this level, right when it's about to hit you, boom, that's when you want to hit dash and forward at the same time. So it's pushing forward on the control stick, hitting the L1 button, bam, at the same time. And that gives you an extra 1,000 points. That adds up as your multiplier gets better and better. If you don't die, that multiplier keeps getting higher and higher and higher. So that's stage one of getting high scores. And then so now that 1,000 points, you know, when you have a multiplier toward the end of let's say 21 or 20 or something like that, boom, it's, you know, 20,000 instead of just 1,000. And then all the enemies are also giving you extra point, you know, times 20 multiplier. But you can't lose it. You want to make sure to have that multiplier at the end when you beat the boss, which is why you can't die. All right, once you got in there, it'll take you a little while. It'll take you some practice to get to the point where you can beat the whole thing without dying. Once it becomes easy, don't just focus on those first levels. Play through the whole entire thing. If you make a mistake, who cares? Just keep playing through the whole thing. Keep doing that until it becomes effortless to where you can beat it without dying pretty easily. So you have memorized. Then you want to start getting patterns down. Notice the little pattern I did there on level 1. So for example, on this here, my pattern is I come here and I want to beat all these guys here and keep as many. See that green thing coming to me? Okay, now it's done. I'm not getting my multiplier anymore. Kill this guy since he's on the level. Kill that thing up there. Here's an extra 1,000 points. I leave a couple alive, get my bonus, boom, and I wait for the end, and bam, I dash. Okay, now that gives me, that's the pattern I typically use for that level. Each level I have a pattern that I follow. If you want to see just go to my ranking there, I think what it was, it ranked 47 or whatever, or you can watch other players as well and see if their patterns work. Now, I play through and this patterns just didn't work for me. There are certain, like, anyway, you want to develop your own pattern most likely, but you can always look at other players and just get an idea of the kind of patterns that are available. And you can look at my patterns and see if they work for you. For me, they work great. I like the patterns really, you know, so that's obviously because it works for me. This level here, I'd like to dash right up here, grab that box, come down here. I want the sword. I think that the sword is a bad weapon, but just watch the #1 player in the world, and you'll see that he's using the sword. That right there, that's how you get big points right there. And bam, dash in. So what I did there, that's the next tip, is once you get to the point where you can beat the entire game without dying, then you want to start focusing on finding a pattern to where you can kill a bunch of enemies at once. And also you want to get that sword. You want to practice on getting a sword. Sometimes I'll run around, I won't kill any enemies, so I get the sword, then I'll dash through them. Now what I do is I dash, when you dash through enemies, you're invulnerable as long as you're dashing. What some people don't realize is that if you only tap the dash button, you'll do a short dash. If you hold the dash button in the direction you want to go, you'll do a much longer dash. You want to do those long dashes. So you hold the button down and just dash through all the enemies. Even if you don't have a weapon, that's still going to dash all the enemies. It won't kill them. Well, when you're shooting, you're pointing in the direction that you're dashing and shooting at the same time. Another thing that I learned a long time ago being a pro player in Geometry Wars back on the Xbox 360 was with the right joystick here, take your thumb and kind of rock it back and forth like this. And what it does is it kind of makes your bullets kind of go like this. It makes it much easier to shoot through enemies and stuff like that. It's just something that works in almost every top-down shooter, and it works really good in Geometry Wars. Okay, so that's the next stage. And so the next tip again is get used to doing that and get used to plowing through a bunch of enemies and get the sword. Get used to using the sword. Get good with the sword. Now, some people like using what's it called? The blue bomb thing. The recharge, even on the fast, insane difficulty level where everything recharges way faster, I just find that it just doesn't charge fast enough. The sword is it's fast. Like you can use it again and again, almost like right after each other. It seems weak, but you can kill the biggest enemies with it. You just dash and slam them and they're dead. And so you find a good row of enemies and just blast through them and hit a bunch at a time, and that gives you big scores. When you start doing that toward the end of the game, as your multiplier gets bigger and bigger for not dying, then that's when it really starts adding up. Now the next thing you want to do, after you got all that down, you're getting now you took your non-dying score and you put it up higher. You're probably beginning right in the 20 millions doing that. That's if you're getting hopefully some human combos. If not, you're probably going to be more down toward the 10 to 15 million, something like that. What really makes your score big is getting the human combos. So after you've got all that down, then start focusing on human combos. This is where the game drastically changes to a whole different game. Notice I waited till the end of that level to grab my human. Now, in order to keep your human combo going, you'll notice the human, when your human combo is about to go away, the human will start flashing yellow. That means dash and grab that human. Kill as many enemies as you can before grabbing the next human. You'll get a feel for the pattern of how long there's left. You'll have the level memorized, how many enemies are left to come out, to know when's the next one to get. Now this one here is I think is one of the hardest ones to do or get down without losing your human combo, and also just finding a pattern. Now this is the pattern that I use for this level. Some other players use different patterns, but here's how I do it. Hopefully I'll do this right here for you guys. Right away, kill those guys. I killed this whole entire train. Boom. Notice my human combo still going. I dash. I sword those guys. Right when he starts blinking, I grab him, come over here, and really fast I'm going to dash at this guy, and then I come up here and I start shooting all these guys. I'm going to try to kill them all dead. Back dash, and then shoot the train, and then dash at the end. And I think I missed that one. And then you want to dash right away and get this human right here. Run up here, slash this, come down here, grab this human here. And notice I'm trying not to kill too many guys there because I want to keep them for my... Oh, I messed up there. Anyway, right here, that's what I want to try to do. There's a free life up here. Then after you get your human combo, notice my human combo is still going. Notice my human combo is 8. I want to keep it where I get a human at the very end of the level so I can carry it over to the next level. If not, this is a harder one where if you don't leave enough of that bar, enough of your human combo bar left, you'll notice on the right hand side right there, see human combo is flashing yellow? Bam, I got him. If you don't leave enough of there, you won't be able to grab him in time, even if you dash. And then I go here and I grab him. I want to keep this guy until the very... Oh, I messed up. It's hard to play and talk. Anyway, I want to keep him till the very last second. Then I dash to those guys and use my sword at the same time. So I dash, and as I'm dashing, I use my sword once I'm in the middle of the enemy. So I'm killing as many enemies as I can with my sword slash. And then I keep holding and dash all the way through the enemies. You have to get a feel for how far you go without dying when you dash through, because you only can dash through so far before you're going to die because you'll be in the middle of enemies. Sometimes I'll save my dash for the very end. So I'll dash through a bunch of enemies and shooting, and then at the very end I'll slash a bunch of enemies so I don't die at the very end there. Anyway, so that's pretty much the tips you want to go through. That's the hardest part to get down. This is where the whole game changes its dynamics. It really turns into a different game. I want to show you the fast gameplay. This is what I'm used to playing right now. This is what I've been practicing right now, is this one right here. And I think I'm happy with 35, but I would like to get a perfect run on this. It's just so difficult to get a perfect run. Just watch the difference. Watch how fast this is. Nothing really changes except for the timing and everything. Extremely fast gameplay here. I mean, look at that. It looks like I'm in some hyper mode, and it's just insane. Come on, get that. There we go. So yeah, it just makes it way more difficult to focus on, especially when you're talking. Come on, give me my sword. There it is. This is the extra level. You want to get that. You want. Okay, that's the next. The next tip is it's very important. Got it. Oh, I missed that one. It's alright, I'll get it now. Oh, I lost my shield. Oh, I lost that human. That's the hardest human to save using my typical pattern, and I messed that up too. Oh well. And get that. Anyway, so you guys get the idea. That's just, that one's super difficult. But so the next thing you want to do is memorize where everything's at. So there's certain secrets. So just watch some gameplay and find all the secrets. You know, I could do an entire full gameplay on the other one. It only takes about 7 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes to get through the whole thing, and show you all the secrets are at. But it's, you know, that's not what this video is about. This video is really just about tips on how to play the game. So anyway, I know it's kind of a longer video than most tips out there, but I think a lot of people don't explain everything enough. Like some of the tips are like do this, do that, but they don't really show or explain enough to really get an idea of what exactly you're talking about. So yeah, anyway, and also they don't give you a recipe for greatness, and that's I think that's a downfall to a lot of these very quick videos out there. So anyway, that's it for me, and look forward to other videos. There are certain types of games I like to play a lot on a pro level. I love top-down shooters. I like shooters in general, and you know, so if I get really into a game that's really fun, like Nex Machina is one of the best, if not the best, top-down shooter ever created. Period. And I've been playing back when Robotron was in the arcade. I'm 39 now, so just to give an idea. And anyway, so yeah, I think Smash TV was probably my favorite top-down shooter for a long time. Geometry Wars Evolved, I think, took over that. Like I got obsessed with that game. But this game is just, it's so fun. Like the arcade mode is really cool too. But what you want to do is you want to get good at every single level, master every single level, which I haven't done yet, in order to get a really good arcade score. And it sucks. You have to play it all in one sitting, which takes a little bit of time. And one mistake, and you got to start over. Okay, so once you get to that level to where your human combos, you're able to keep your human combos for a long time. If you die, keep playing through the game. So even if you lose your human combo, don't worry about it. Just keep trying to get your human combo again and keep playing. In fact, one of my biggest scores that got me in the top 100, I actually lost my human combo somewhere in the middle of the game, and then I just picked it back up, and then I didn't lose it again. And that still gave me a pretty big score. It was like, I can't remember exactly what it was, 32 million or 35 million. Maybe it was in the top 200, I think, because 35 million above or whatever is top 100. Anyway, so it took me a while to get that human combo where I kept it all the way through, made no mistakes, didn't die, dashed through a bunch of enemies. You got to add all that together. So if you do it step by step, like I'm saying, you're more likely to get that high score than not get it. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. And also, if there's any females out there that play this game, please leave comments if you enjoy this, if it's helped your gameplay. I mean, I know it will. You just got to practice. You got to put the practice in. So start out again. Number one, start out where you're just trying to beat without dying. Once you can beat it without dying, and that becomes easy, then start adding in the dash and the dash sword thing and dash through a bunch of enemies, and that will bring your score up. And then after you got your score higher than it was before by properly dashing through enemies, you get a feel for that, the timing for it, and how to make a pattern for each level, smash enemies. Then start working on the human combo to keep your human combo going all the way through. I think the max human combo at the end of this, I think there's 68 humans. And then you want to, before you start mastering the human combo, locate where everything is. Figure out where everything is, or that's part of the fun kind of, but if you don't want to figure it out yourself, you can watch a game video. That's what's cool about this. You can actually go to the whatever level it is you want to play, and go, okay, let's say you want to watch someone like me or somebody else. You click on this, click on square, and then right there you can watch all the ones with the play next to it. Means you can watch these players. And so I can click on this and I can watch him playing the game. And that can give that, if you watch them, you'll see where everything's at you got to get. So there's towers you got to get. There's those little walking spider bugs. If they appear in a level, you got to kill them before they go away. They take a while before they go away anyway. And then you want to work on beating the level quickly, right? Getting a pattern down to where you can beat the level fast. That's a lot of dash sword. Dash sword, once it's recharged, dash sword again. You want to blast through a lot of enemies, kind of circle around them and then blast through a bunch of them. So basically you want to kind of like in zombies and Call of Duty, kind of want to build up a bunch of enemies and then blast and kill them all. It's not, what I mean by it's like when you run the train in zombies, you get a bunch of zombies following you. So you get a bunch of enemies following, and then just boom, blast through them and just kill a bunch of them one time. But yeah, then after you have everything memorized where everything is and you're blasting enemies, then start working on your human combo. It will take you a while. It's very frustrating, the human combo part. You make one mistake and you're like, But at first, just keep playing all the way through because you want to get good at those last levels too at getting human combo. So even if you drop a human combo, don't worry about it. Re-pick it back up and try to carry it through as long as you can. If you die again, just carry it all the way to the end. Get good at getting the human combos on the last level, the boss level. So even if you lost human combo right before the boss level, fine, that's fine. Even on the boss level, try to get those 5 humans. Obviously learn where all the hidden humans are because that's necessary. The hidden humans are necessary to get certain combos. If you want to watch my high ranking play, I also have that on here too. So I posted that video where I got that high score. Also I posted one where I got that 34,000 on the high speed mode. And if you watch that, you'll see how I personally do it, how I personally play. But yeah, so all right, thanks for watching, and that's it. That's kind of a long video, isn't it? But at least it talks about what you need to know. All right. Going off air.